Okay, listen carefully. Imagine having access to an invisible source of power that can not only transform your life, but also your business. A source that's waiting to be activated by you. In this episode, I reveal the keys to mastering the cosmic language of energy and frequencies so you can unleash your inner psychic power and operate on a level that most people only dream of. Yes, welcome to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas from the Netherlands, and I'm an international trained high-end success medium and a high-end and frequency business coach. Throughout my podcast series, I help ambitious, empathetic coaches who aim for high-end success, fulfillment, and ultimate life and business mastery, absolutely living and thriving from their stardust potential. I'll give you the tips, the tools, and energy shifts you need to shift to the next level of impact, abundance, freedom, and absolute energy joy. So I hope you're ready to shift with me. Let's go. Podcast 117, Mastering the Cosmic Language. How your psychic power can transform your life and business forever. Well, as you might probably be aware of, everything is energy. And quantum physics is increasingly providing scientific evidence for this. The boundaries are literally blurring. So, in the past, we lived with the mindset of separation, right? And now we know that we exist in an energetic field of energy, vibrations, and frequencies. I call it the energetic soup. Because we, as humans, we are high frequency souls having an earthly experience in a physical body. And even the physical body is, when you put it under a microscope, pure energy. And I, myself, as a little girl, realized many years ago that there had to be more than what we were taught. Simply because I felt and perceived so much that, accordingly to the earthly world, couldn't possibly be real. And luckily, well, I can say now that I was stubborn as well. I was stubborn enough to follow a path that wasn't quite socially accepted. And now I can say that I've learned through the years to read, speak, and master the language of the universal and cosmic field. And of course, every day I'm learning. It's a continuous process. You keep on learning through lives. And for you, it's good to know, and that's why I'm sharing this, that this is the language that I use to help guide and support my students and clients purely by connecting with the field of energy, their auric field, their soul energy, their vibrations, and their frequencies. And by doing that, you can connect on a level that seems almost impossible from the earthly perspective. But when you learn to master that, and when you can tap into the energies and frequencies of situations, events, persons, animals, objects, there's everything has a vibration, so you can connect to everything. Of course, with certain regulations and things you have to be aware of, but it's so powerful. So allowing your natural empathetic power and your sensitivity to return is the key to opening the doors to this language and to this field of information, because it comes through various channels, and this varies from person to person, but most people receive information through feeling. So that's through clairsentience. And most of the time, this is the strongest. And of course, you have clairvoyance, clear knowing, clear audience. There are so many different ways that you can receive information from the unseen field. And everyone, and this is important to understand, everyone can learn this. So I'm not special. And some people want to put themselves on a pedestal, but that's not what it is. We are all in the core, we are all the same. So everybody can learn this. Yeah, because we're made up of the same energy and frequencies. So the reason it's easier for some people than for others has to do with what I call the frequencies above and below the golden line. So What's the difference between above and below the golden line? Below the golden line, we have heavy, dense energy, and that dims simply the signal you're sending out. So it makes it cloudy and it causes like a static on the line. So it stagnates the energy and frequency and the incoming information. And yeah, it blurs it. I don't know exactly how to say that in English, but yeah, it's more difficult in dense energy to receive information. And that's why learning to work with energy and frequencies is such a massive and beautiful journey of personal and energetic transformation. So important to understand that to become a clear channel, heavy energy, low frequencies below the golden line. And if you haven't heard of the golden line yet, that's my method. You can download it for free at lisettelucas.com/golden line. But it is important to understand that the lower frequencies below the golden line must be broken and transformed as much as possible. And I have my techniques and my method for this, but this, especially this, is where most people underestimate the process. Because working with energy is serious business. It's not just something you do for fun. It's really, really powerful because it can bring you immense rewards and you can literally save lives with it. But listen carefully, you must have professional guidance because otherwise it's like playing with fire with all the consequences that come with that. And I'll put the links in the show notes to my Kundalini podcast or the English scripts of the podcast for more insight on this, because this is really, really important to understand that it is serious business. Yes. So I know in your heart, in your soul, you often feel an, well, unexplainable pull when it's time to develop further. It's just an inner knowing that you can't quite understand, but it's there. So this podcast, this energy transmission you're receiving now from me, this is no coincidence. It's the energy that has brought us together. And it's completely up to you, with your free will, to feel in your heart and soul what's the next step to take. And when you feel it's time to develop and transform at the highest level in the most professional and safe way, well, I'm here, of course, to help and to guide you. Just trust your soul and trust the pull of that unexplainable desire, and trust your wishes and dreams because they already exist on another level, on another dimension, and they are already reality over there. And that's why you feel it. Otherwise, you wouldn't feel this desire and these wishes and these dreams. They are already a part of your soul's blueprint, of your, what my mentor Meus Petille would say, your architect's plan of the soul. So my question for you is now, what's holding you back from unlocking your full potential of your inner psychic power? I mean, you didn't stumble on this podcast, this energetic transmission by accident. So remember, this is your moment. And another question, will you follow the call of your soul and take the steps to transform your life and business now, this moment? Or will you keep waiting? Because I can say the time to act is now, because the now is all we have. So please trust your soul, trust your heart, and take action. Your time is now. Again, remember that. And good to know, in January, I'm starting a new group for the Energy Joy Mastery and the Master Your Inner Medium Academy. And it starts in January, and I have group sessions. And if you prefer to be trained by me one-to-one, that's also possible. But remember, you can be a part of it. And I only start the new group in January. So this is your moment. So book your soul connection call via the special link in this podcast. That's lisettelucas.com/B117. And we'll explore together the next best step to take for you. And I really look forward to speaking with you soon. Thanks so much for listening. Thank you for the energy exchange, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to my high-end and frequency business podcast. My name is Lisette Lucas, and if you want to join my energy joy world, please drop me a DM and really looking forward to connect.